Hello and welcome to Girlfriend's Table. I'd like to say hello and hope you're enjoying your summer. This is your sis Yolanda, and I'm coming to you once again from Girlfriend's Table. I know last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, I talked about the tips and topics of the summer and things to do and watch out for during the summer. Well, I wanted to piggyback on some more tips and the topic for today, which is beauty, taking care of the body on the inside as well as the outside. Now, I'm sure everyone knows that it's very hot outside here in Georgia. And although we're used to a summer climate, sometimes the heat gets to be a little more smothering than other times. So what I'm asking this time, I'm going to piggyback once again on the water. Now, I've been asked to drink at least a gallon a day because that's how my system works, and I'm able to get kind of close. I'm still working on it. It's still a challenge for me, but in the event, I drink most of the time close to a gallon. But what I love to do is infuse my water with fruit. My favorite fruit or vegetable, but my favorite is the cucumber water. When I'm drinking my water and it gets a bit boring, I usually try to infuse it with cucumber, and that's a soothing drink, and it's just easier for me to drink more of the water when I infuse it. I've heard of people doing their favorite fruit. I've even heard of people trying just a little bit of mint in their water, if that's what you prefer. But the main idea is to just make sure that you drink plenty of water during this summer season because we don't want to get hydrated. And the other thing that I wanted to touch on was the UVA and UVB protection, which I mentioned on my last recording, and that was talking about the sunscreen and what type of sunscreen you may prefer. I preferably prefer the SPF 50 because it lasts pretty much throughout, not a 24-hour period, but most of the time that I'm out in the sun during the day. And I get pretty good results from it, mainly because I do have a little bit of eczema, and being in the sun a lot kind of flares it up a little bit. So the sunscreen does help in that instance as well. For those who don't know, sunscreen is a very good protection against skin cancer as well as aging. So you want to make sure that you use your sun protection this summer and even in the winter months, especially. Once again, I've said, for those of you who do ski, sun protection is good as well in the cold months. The UVA protection, I'm going to give you a little breakdown on the UVA and UVB, what I have learned. And what I've learned is that the UVA, which is the long wave, which is the long sun wave, that protection usually is the ultraviolet, and it's pretty harsh on the dermis of the skin, which is the outside, which is the part of the skin that's the thickest of the skin. So that's one reason why we want to use UVA protection, that's to protect our skin from the long sun rays. And then the UVB protection is the shorter wave, and that is the ultraviolet B, which is which penetrates pretty deep into the surface of the skin. So we want to just make sure that we do protect ourselves with the SPF. And mainly just try to get your SPF sunscreen a little bit above 30, especially in the summer months, preferably. Once again, I'll say I like SPF 50. So that really is all I have to talk about today as far as sunscreen protection. And just remember that you're beautiful on the inside as well as the outside, and you just want to make sure that you take care of yourself and drink plenty of water during the summer months, and just have a wonderful summer. I know most of you are, and be careful when out around large bodies of water. I hear talks about the sharks, so you want to be careful in that sense. And also around the pools, you want to watch small children, especially during that time. So once again, thank you for coming to my channel. And as my grandson reminds me, Nani, make sure that you tell everyone to like and subscribe. So if you would please like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good summer, everyone. And this is Yolanda coming to you from Girlfriend's Table.